Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome to Season 1 Episode 1 of my FC 24 Real Madrid Career Mode. Here today on the channel, the main objective of this series is to try and win as many trophies as we can and bring glory back to Real Madrid. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. Let me know feedback and suggestions in the comments and players you would like me to sign. We're going to be playing on Ultimate difficulty as always. Let's go. So here's our staff: 16 attack, 12 mid, 12 defense, 11 goalkeeping. And now I am officially the new Real Madrid boss. So first season, at least trying to make the semis or to the final of the UEFA Champions League. I would like to win La Liga, but we must prioritize Champions League football above all else. It wouldn't be such a bad idea to pick up a Copa del Rey or maybe even a Super Cup here and there, but we'll see how we go as we try to slowly but surely bring back the Galacticos to glory. Here is the default formation. So 4-1-2-1-2, I don't like the formation. I'm going to change to a 4-3-3 attack as I want to try and get the best out of Vinícius Júnior and Rodrigo. I think I want a midfield three of Bellingham, Valverde, Tchouaméni. Looking at our defense, we might need to restructure it in the future. David Alaba, Carvajal, Militao, Rudiger are my best defenders at the moment. Here are our substitutions as well. Toni Kroos and Modric aging. Camavinga going to be rotating. We've also got Kepa on loan. And I will be using Courtois over Kepa. So looking at the team, we need a new striker. We've got a couple of options: Mbappe, Erling Haaland, and Jesus. We could do with another fullback, potentially, and a centre-back. Now, unfortunately, Mbappe doesn't want to leave PSG at this point. He is too big at the moment. The club doesn't want to let him go. And Erling Haaland is probably too expensive. So, I'm going to launch a bid for Gabriel Jesus, Brazilian international. Would slot into that perfect front three. We're negotiating with the Gunners, 60 million euros, and it looks like the deal's going to go through. So we've been successful, and Gabriel Jesus, after joining Arsenal from Man City, has now arrived at the Santiago Bernabeu. He's arrived down in Spain, and he is our new number 9. A+ rating as well. And he is going to slot in brilliantly with these two Brazilian counterparts that he plays with in the international team. Vinícius Júnior and Rodrigo, they're going to have such chemistry together up top. We're also going to go out and sign the former Real Madrid right back Hakimi, 24 years of age, the Moroccan international. He's now back at the Bernabeu. Unfortunately, they let him go. Hakimi is going to be the replacement for Carvajal, signing for 64 million euros from PSG. Had a stint at Dortmund for a bit, but now Hakimi is back in his old stomping grounds. So two very sensible, and especially the Hakimi signing, probably realistic. Now, Joselu, Kepa, Bravo are on loan. We're going to try and negotiate with some of our players to re-sign contracts before we get stuck into the season. But Joselu, 33. You forget he used to play for Newcastle, but what a in-form player he is in real life. Probably not so much in career mode. Alright, so here's the team. Hakimi comes straight in. Same with Gabriel Jesus. And he will be a impact player this first season. Then maybe in season 2, 3, 4, 5 we might rotate him to more of a bench role, because he can serve there if we do end up going for an Erling Haaland or an Mbappe. But I think this is the best team to get the best out of players like Jude Bellingham and Rodrigo. So using an attacking midfielder to create the plays, and then of course having two fantastic wingers. But here are the two new players for this season, and that's probably it. Alright, so we have the Asian Elite Cup, which is our friendly pre-tournament, and we've been drawn against Bayern Munich. So I'm going to play this one, as it's going to give me a little bit of a taste and a bit of a tease as to how this team performs against a big club. Bayern Munich go forward. Oh, big block there from Harry Kane. Musalia hammers it past Courtois. Unfortunately, we go 1-0 down 15 minutes in. Not good enough. Just having a bit of a feel for Bayern here as we go into the second half. Gabriel Jesus scores on his unofficial debut, but takes his goal clinically. Oh no, Leroy Sané. Late. In the 90. We go down to Bayern 2-1. And disappointingly lose. Okay, so it's going to take a little while to build up the match fitness. I still think the formation's good. Alright, first match of the season. We've been drawn against Bilbao. We're going to be going away to the Basque country. We've got the Super Cuppa coming up. We'll play in that. We're in the semis. We've got the Copa de España, which is the Copa del Rey. And Napoli, Braga, and Union Berlin are currently in our group, which is interesting. Okay, well, let's get stuck into the first match of the season. 7 minutes in, Real Madrid slowly but surely building up the attack, and it's Jude Bellingham to break away, curls it with his right boot, and we're 1-0 up just before the 10th minute, and it's the new club captain, Jude Bellingham. He's got the armband from Carvajal, who has now been dropped. 1-0 up. Away. The Galacticos are looking for number 2, and they get it. Jude Bellingham is surging forward. He scores a brilliant brace within 32 minutes. 2-0 up. Just before half-time, Atletico Bilbao go forward. They whip it in to Inaki Williams, and he puts his name on the score sheet. The Spanish international with Basque roots. 2-1 up. Gabriel Jesus goes forward on his La Liga debut. Receives the ball to feet quickly. Jude Bellingham finds Rodrigo, and this time the little Brazilian steps up, scoring his first. 3-1 up. Real Madrid looking for number 4. Some fancy footwork and skills. Valverde, Tchouaméni. Bellingham scores a hat-trick on the first match of the season, and it's great to see attacking midfielders joining the attack. Okay, going to make some subs here now, as Bilbao look to build things up. Williams goes out to the left. Carvajal with the interception. Coming off the bench. Real Madrid 4-1 up, trying to build it out from the back. Bellingham sprays it. Carvajal. Modric now off the bench. Can't get the pass through. But so far, we're having a really good start to the first match of the season. Dominating, controlling the play. Oh no, Ander Herrera here now goes forward. Oh wow, that was terrible. A small minor lapse in concentration. Unfortunately, Courtois shouldn't but couldn't get a glove to it. Jesus now to Vinícius. He puts his name on the score sheet. 6-2. And we start off the first match of the season with an emphatic victory. Wow, 6-2, nice. Transfer deadline day. Enes Unal could be going to Manchester United, interestingly. But we're going to skip through, see what other big deals have been done. So, what were some of the signings around the world? Let's have a little bit of a look. And we might just look to sign players in January, we'll see. So here are our 2 signings. Jesus in. Same with Hakimi. Oh wow, Trent goes to PSG. Same with Robertson. They signed 2 fullbacks. Seriously? Okay, a little bit weird. Goretzka goes to Inter. That's a pretty nice and tidy signing for them. Gabriel joins Bayern Munich. James to Lazio. Bit of an Arsenal exit. Immobile leaves as well. Interesting, okay. Acuna joins Man City along with Martinez from Girona. Alright. Back in the league, after 4 games played, we sit with 3 wins and a draw. Atletico Madrid top of the league. Barca in 3rd. And Girona, who are doing having an amazing season in real life, sitting at 4th. As we go and host Sociedad at the Bernabeu. Hopefully we can have a similar result to the last Basque side we played, as Hakimi goes forward, finds Gabriel Jesus, and scores his first goal at the Bernabeu. 1-0. Oh, good ball from Valverde. Bellingham. Wow, if he keeps up his goal scoring record like this, he could be our top goal scorer. Valverde, 2-0 up. Real Madrid go forward. Jesus! 3-0. As the boys from the Basque country are now silent. And it looks like we're going to hold on to a whopping 3-0 victory over Bilbao. Back in the Champions League. We've still yet to play our first leg. Here's our group still. In the league, we currently sit in 2nd. Atletico Madrid are top. Barcelona in 3rd. Villarreal in 4th. Bilbao in 5th. As we continue on. We're going away now to face Atletico Madrid. The Madrid derby is here. Away at the Wanda Metropolitana. Jude Bellingham starts off the scoring 4 minutes in. Playing Bellingham as an attacking midfielder is a bit of a cheat code. Unfortunately, we haven't really seen much of Vinícius or Rodrigo. Valverde steps up, an unlikely goal scorer. He's pretty good as a winger now, but I prefer him in midfield. Los Rojiblancos on the defence as Tchouaméni fires it into Vinícius, and we're 3-0 up within the first half. Starting off this Madrid derby fantastically. And that's how it looks like it's going to end. Our first major test. We're going to go top of the league. We win in the Madrid derby. Alright, 7 games played. We sit in 4th. It's getting a little bit tied up there. We've got a match now against Girona, who are nowhere near doing as well as they are in real life, though. Not even in the top 8. But let's get stuck into them away. Bellingham, second half. First half was incredibly quiet. David Alaba goes forward. Valverde turns and pivots and hits it with his non-preferred. Real Madrid go 1-0 up just before the 52nd. 1-0 up, looking for number 2. Los Blancos with Rodrigo on the ball. Back to fair few 1-2 passes there. As Jesus makes it number 2 just before the 66th. And it looks like we're going to hold on out here as we beat Girona 2-0. Away. Back in the Champions League now. Match against Napoli. We're going to play this one. 13 minutes in, Real Madrid have a corner kick. Valverde brings it in to an unlikely goal scorer. Tchouaméni rises to the top of the occasion, making it 1-0 just before the 15th. A brilliant header from the Frenchman. 1-0 up. Real Madrid looking for number 2. Just before the 22nd minute. Jesus beats one. Beats Di Lorenzo. He's now in the box. Goes all the way. Hits it with his left. And Real Madrid go 2-0 up and look likely to be claiming top place in this Champions League group stage. 2-0 up, looking for number 3 before the 35th. Valverde on the wing. Finds Vinícius Júnior. He breaks away at the edge of the area, gets Tchouaméni to join the attack, and never fear, little old Rodrigo is here. It's taking a little while to bed in this Brazilian front three, but he drops the Ronaldo celebration, so at least something's working up front. And away in Napoli, away in Naples, we're going to hold on to a 3-0 fantastic victory. Back in the league, after 9 games played, we sit in third. Barcelona now sit atop, followed by Atletico Madrid in second, Villarreal in fourth, Bilbao in fifth. Here is the team as we go and face Sevilla, who aren't having the best league campaign. 9 minutes in, Gabriel Jesus scores a really nice, tidy goal, and we go 1-0 up away against Sevilla. Real Madrid seek goal number 2. Bellingham finds Rodrigo this time around. Goalkeeper comes out. Ultimately, he converts just before the 28th. Real Madrid seek number 3. Jesus finds Bellingham, and they do. (3-0) up. Real Madrid get number 4 just before the 50th. Thanks to Jude. 4-0 up. Real Madrid surging with confidence. Rodrigo scores another. That's number 5 before 70. Dropping the Ronaldo celebration. As Real Madrid storm away to a 5-0 victory away against Sevilla. We're slowly but surely building momentum in the league to mount, hopefully, this first season's title challenge. 5-0 after a really sad Sevilla side. Back in the league, after 10 games played, we finally sit atop, but hopefully this will cement our place. If we can beat Barcelona here today, as we face them in El Clasico. Villarreal in third, Atletico Madrid in fourth. But here we go, away to the Camp Nou. Match against Barcelona. This is where titles are decided. But unfortunately, 4 minutes in, we get absolutely set up by Rafinha. The former Leeds man makes it 1-0 incredibly early on. After getting jumped from that first goal, Real Madrid need to go forward and get a goal quickly. Vinícius, it's a bouncing ball, but unfortunately Real Madrid lets Barcelona get out the back here, and Rafinha scores number 2. Scoring a really cool, calm and collected, tidy brace just before the 22nd. Barcelona are leading this El Clasico, disappointingly. João Felix works his way into the box, finding Rafinha, who has been on fire in this match. He finds it back to João Felix, who hits an inside-the-box screamer just before the 68th, and Barcelona make it 3-0. We do manage to get 1 goal back, but at this point it's no more than a consolation goal, as Gundogan makes it a whopping 4-1. We are disappointingly going to lose this match, our first El Clasico. Really disappointing. 4-1 down. Vinícius surges forward. He gets a goal after Gabriel Jesus's, but at this point it's not really going to matter, unfortunately. 4-2. Unfortunately, we lose our first El Clasico. So, we drop down to third as we go to face Valencia, hosting them at the Bernabeu. Vinícius works his way into the box, 23 minutes in, looking to correct that wrong from that Barcelona fixture. The boys are keen and motivated to go. 1-0 up, looking for number 2. Can we get it? Rodrigo joins the attack. Same with Valverde. He loses possession. And unfortunately, Real Madrid have pushed way too many players forward. And Valencia create a counter-attack. Hugo Duro goes forward. Sidesteps it to Lopez. Shot blocked. Duro nearly gets onto the end of it. Big save by Courtois. But Hugo G makes it 1-1. League form inconsistent, to say the least. We're doing better in the Champions League. Lopez, Duro, Valencia go forward. They pick up their second. And at the Bernabeu, we go 2-1 down. Devastatingly. Junior goes forward. Trying to find Gabriel Jesus. Vinícius to Gabriel Jesus. He makes it 2-2. Never fear. Jesus is here. Hakimi back to Jude Bellingham. Finds Jesus. And he carries us home in this one. After trailing, Real Madrid come back. Can we make it number 4? Valverde joins the attack. He finds Gabby. And Gabriel Jesus, with a piece of individual brilliance, scores a hat-trick to save the points. What a signing he has been. As Real Madrid storm home to a whopping 4-2 victory after being down at the Bernabeu. Good stuff. Showed a lot of resilience in that match to come back. Back in the Super Cup now. We managed to beat Atletico Madrid 4-2. And we've made it to the Super Cup final against Barcelona. Here we go, an El Clasico final. 10 minutes in, Real Madrid go forward. Gabriel Jesus, after scoring a hat-trick midweek, is oozing with confidence as he makes it 1-0 before the 12th. 1-0 up, Real Madrid looking for number 2. Rodrigo, the number 11, surging on the right. Works his way into the box. Finds Jesus. He makes it number 2. Going into the second half of the season, Gabriel Jesus is so far our top goal scorer and has been the main impact player, as Jude Bellingham has fallen off a little bit. We're 3-0 up now thanks to Valverde. Looking for number 4. Bellingham's been quiet. He knows it. He wants to get on the score sheet in this match. Selfishly probably should have squared it. He just shot it straight at ter Stegen. Real Madrid continue to go forward. And Valverde makes it 4-0. That's it. We win the Super Cup. First opportunity this season to win a trophy, and we've gone and capitalised it. Thanks to the brilliance of 2 goals from Gabriel Jesus, and of course Valverde, Jude Bellingham lifting the trophy. Hopefully this is the first of many more to come. An omen, as it were. Jude Bellingham, the captain, lifts his first trophy as Real Madrid are your UEFA Super Cup winners. 4-2 over Barcelona. Back in the Champions League, after 6 games played, we sit atop of our group. Napoli progress with us as we make the round of 16. Braga and Union Berlin, unfortunately, not successful, as we have been drawn against Lazio. We'll play them now. Away in Italy. 5 minutes in, away in Rome. Bellingham receives the ball. He tucks this one up tidily. A slow P-roller makes it 1-0, just before the 7th. 1-0 up, Real Madrid. On the wing, seek goal number 2. Vinícius Júnior in the box now. Away in Italy. Finds Gabriel Jesus, who smashes it with his left foot. And that's something special from the Madrid boys. they go 2-0 up. Unfortunately, we allow Lazio to have possession of the football. They go forward now and smash Courtois' clean sheet. Two-one up. Real Madrid looking for number 3. Vinícius fires it to Rodrigo, hits it off the chest, and tucks that one in Italy. 4 goals within 36 minutes. Super close fixture in this first knockout round. We at least want to try and make a semi-final. So the more goals we can score away in Italy, the better. As Rodrigo gets it on the chest, flicks it down, hits it on his left. We go 3-1 up. They have Guendouzi. On the stroke of half-time, Lazio have a corner kick. Look to convert it. Pedro, the former Barcelona player, fires it into Luis Alberto. To Reece James, would you believe it or not. The former Chelsea fullback now plays in Rome. Real Madrid seeking number 4. They get it thanks to Gabriel Jesus. It is 4-2 just before the 51st. The 4-3-3 high-octane gegenpress is still working. Although we score a lot, unfortunately it does leave us susceptible to concede, as Felipe Anderson scores a banger to make it 4-3. The former West Ham man puts his name on the score sheet. Another Brazilian international. Anderson surges forward. Can Real Madrid hold on? They can't. 4-4. 8 goals in this fixture. Unfortunately, it looks like we're bottling it a bit away in Italy. Can Real Madrid get a late winner in this secondary half? Rodrigo to Gabriel Jesus. Never fear. The second coming of Gabriel Jesus is here. 5-4. We retake the lead. Just need to hold on a little bit longer. Jesus holds on, and it's a 5-4 win. We progress to the next leg. So after beating Lazio away in Italy, we managed to hold on to a 1-1 draw, which on aggregate made it 6-5. So we go from the first knockout round of 16 to the quarters. Moving on now to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. We've been drawn against the Basque side Sociedad. They're doing alright in this career mode. In real life, not so much. I feel like they were a far superior side when they had the likes of Alexander Isak up top. Maybe the same with career mode as well. They're falling off a little bit. Alright, so after 30 games played, we sit in second. Barcelona now sit atop. So we're not looking good in the league. We've got to focus on the Champions League. Silva goes forward. Unfortunately, just before the 17th minute, Sociedad go forward and convert thanks to Oyarzabal. He gets the goal. Bellingham. Valverde. We answer back quickly just before the 56th. (1-1). Oh, good tackle, boys. Real Madrid trying to start a counter-attack. Bellingham turns and pivots. Who makes it 2-1 late in the second half. Just need to hold on. And thankfully, Real Madrid are going to get the win on this one. In the second leg, we go away to Sociedad after winning the first. We win the second, 3-2. Overall, 5-3 on the aggregate scoreline. Really great effort from the boys in the end. as we keep this Champions League campaign alive. Back in the league, unfortunately we're not in the best position. Barcelona dominating. We're just picking up too many draws and losses as we're focusing on the Champions League this time around. It looks unlikely that we're going to win La Liga this season, but I will play this El Clasico fixture just for bragging rights. At the Bernabeu, can we start off the scoring? Real Madrid go forward. Vinícius Júnior finds Valverde. Somehow Bellingham amazingly gets onto the end of it. And we're 1-0 up. Hopefully we can beat them this time around. We beat them in the Super Cup. We lost in the league. We want to try and have bragging rights back. Madrid goes forward. Valverde hits it. It's 2-0. And we're looking really good here today against Barcelona. Good header, David Alaba. No, unfortunately went to a Barca player. They look to build it up. Rafinha, who played amazing against us. And Robert Lewandowski has been released. And they ultimately get the goal on the stroke of half time. Madrid VOLTA. 2-1 up. Can we get number 3? As Valverde is released. Baits Ter Stegen out. But gets the goal. And Real Madrid hold on to a 3-1 victory against Barcelona. Back in the Champions League, we've been drawn against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, as PSG are in the semis, along with Manchester United, surprisingly. Erik ten Hag playing some good Champions League football, for once, I guess, and not throwing. First leg at the Bernabeu, we have the home field advantage as Gabriel Jesus is facing his former side and scores. Would you believe it? The former Arsenal/Citizen makes it 1-0 before the 24th. 1-0 up thanks to Gabriel Jesus' goal. He goes forward again. Can Madrid get number 2? This time it's Ferland Mendy. An unlikely goal scorer. The fullback goes forward and makes it 1-0 just before the 89th and puts us in a fantastic position to go into this year's Champions League final. We win this match 2-0. As we continue on, in the second leg we go away to Manchester and beat the Citizens 3-0 in their home turf. Manchester City bottling it. Back in La Liga, unfortunately we lose the league by 12 points. We finish in second with too many draws. Barcelona having a pretty good run. Atletico Madrid third. Getafe in fifth, surprisingly. We won the Super Copa. Atleti won the Copa del Rey. Man City won the UEFA Super Cup. And we've been drawn in the Champions League final against PSG. Here is our run. Hakimi facing his former side as they knock out United. Leverkusen wins the Europa League, which is surprising, over Liverpool. And here's the Conference League. Alright, here we go. Champions League final here today. Massive opportunity to win our first major trophy. Now, unfortunately, Militao picked up too many yellow cards, so he's going to be out for the final, which is massive. But we're going to bring in Ferland Mendy, who scored anyway. And Alaba can be right, or the left centre-back. But there's the team. Jesus! Oh, Champions League final. Here we go. Madrid start off the scoring. Just before the 20th. PSG go forward. Mbappe. Oh my god. They make it 1-1 after buying 2 fullbacks in Robertson and Trent. 1-1. Rodrigo goes forward. Gabriel Jesus burns. Can he score another goal in this Champions League final? Gabriel Jesus, what a signing. 2-1 up. Hakimi against his former side joins the attack. Ball in to Bellingham. 3-1. Real Madrid look to win another historic Champions League. Oh no. Robertson. PSG go forward. Mbappe. Never fear. Mbappe is here. Just need to hold on out for a couple of minutes. And that's it. We've won our first Champions League final. I feel bad for future signing Mbappe. We're going to try and get him at some point, but he scored 2 goals. Tried to carry and drag his team, but it's a team game, football. And ultimately, the Galacticos, Real Madrid, Los Blancos, with a better team and side. As in our first season, we claim our first UEFA Champions League. Hopefully that's the first of many more to come. Disappointing in the league campaign though. But although we won the Copa de España, winning a brace. There's the team. Celebrating superbly. Good first season. To be fair, that scoreline is a little bit narrow for my liking, but 3-2, Madrid ultimately the better side. Here are the stats going into Season 2. Vinícius Júnior is our highest rated player. Kroos and Modric both going down a massive -4, which is a shame. And would you believe it, in his first season in the Liga, Gabriel Jesus is the top goal scorer for both the league and Madrid, with a whopping 28 goals. So maybe we don't need someone like an Erling Haaland or an Mbappe, as Jesus is our premier goal scorer, scoring 42 goals in all competitions, which is insane. Rodrigo with 21, Vinícius with 22. And here are the Championes in the streets of Madrid. We've pulled up the big white bus and we're going to be celebrating with the 2 cups. Real Madrid are your this year's Super Cup and Champions League winners. As we move on now to Season 2. They're the cups. The boys did really, really well. Solid signings, solid team, solid formation. The Gegenpress is still a really underrated tactic, especially if you get some good staff in. You can see it a lot, but if you've got a lot of good players, you can score offensively quite well. Season 2. We're coming off a Champions League win. We've got £400 million in the bank. Well, euros. Now, unfortunately, a couple of players won't sign some contracts. We're going to try and re-sign them, but we'll see how we go. So, we won last year's Champions League final against PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. We unfortunately lost the league title race against Barcelona. We did win the Supercopa, and unfortunately we got knocked out of the Copa del Rey. So, this time we want to try and go back-to-back. I'd love to win a second Champions League, but if not, at least make the final. And in this second season, we want to try and win La Liga, and maybe even try and nab a Copa del Rey. Trying to win as many trophies as we can. Alrighty. So, I would like to sign Kylian Mbappe, but same with last year. I think it's because we're on strict transfers. We can't seem to sign him, but we can go for Erling Haaland. So we're negotiating with Manchester City, a team we knocked out in the semis last year. And for 260 million euros, Erling Haaland will be our main striker up top. After signing Gabriel Jesus last season as a stopgap. I would have loved Mbappe, but unfortunately, PSG wouldn't sell him to us. We're going to go out and try and sign Gabriel, as Rudiger is now aging. We're going to bring in the Brazilian centre-back who joined Bayern Munich from Arsenal, signing another former Bayern player. So here are the 2 signings for this season. Erling is going to have number 9, going to be leading the line for us, and Gabriel joining the defense. So here is the team, 4-3-3. Gegenpress, of course. Rodrigo, Vinícius, Bellingham, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Hakimi joining last year, Alaba at left back, Militao, and Courtois in goal. We're not going to make the Kepa loan signing a permanent deal. Gabriel Jesus, 28 goals last season, is going to be heavily rotating with Haaland, but we'll be playing a lot this season. But here is the team. Pretty good in my opinion. Super happy with it. And then we might look for a left back and try and bring Mbappe next season. We'll see. Toni Kroos looks like he's going to be going because he won't sign a new contract. Same with Nacho Fernandez as well. We're receiving a couple of offers here for Camavinga, but he is quite a valuable utility player. I have no ambition selling a player like him. We've got the friendly and pre-season tournament now coming up. And it looks like a couple of those deals unfortunately fell right through. In the UEFA Super Cup, we've got a match against Bayer Leverkusen, who beat Liverpool in last year's Europa League. So here we go. First opportunity this season to win a piece of silverware. Our first UEFA Super Cup under my managerial reign. 4 minutes in, Correa goes forward, the former Atletico Madrid striker. And I believe he played for Inter at one point, I could be wrong. Makes it 1-0 early on. Playing with a stacked forward line. Bayer Leverkusen are just flooding players forward. And unfortunately, we really disappointingly give up a 2-goal lead early on. 2-1 down. Real Madrid look to go forward. Bellingham gets up there and puts his name on the score sheet. It's 2-1. Plenty of football yet to be played. Tchouaméni joins the attack from midfield to Bellingham. It's 2-2 after being a little bit shocked by Bayer Leverkusen earlier in the fixture. They're playing a 3 at the back formation. Ball in from Carrera, and Correa makes it 3-2. Disappointingly for the Galacticos boys. And unfortunately, we start off the first match of the season with a disappointing taste in our mouth as Bayer Leverkusen win the Europa League and then go on to win a pretty decent UEFA Super Cup. As we start our first match of the season against Barcelona, believe it or not. We've got El Clasico, first day up. Barcelona last year, we beat them once in the Super Cup of 4-2. We got smashed at the Camp Nou last year, and it was thanks to that man there. Rafinha scored a brilliant brace last year, and he looks like he could do it again this season. He starts off the scoring just before the 9th. Rafinha is a handful for us, unfortunately. Great goal from what could have been a great potential winger for us. The former Leeds man scores against an abundance of his Brazilian international counterparts. It's actually quite nice that we've got a huge Brazilian contingent from Gabriel, Vinícius, Jesus, Rodrigo. We've got a lot of their national team. 1-1. Bellingham surges up the other end, the captain of this football club, after Carvajal gave over the captain's armband to him. Jude Bellingham, just outside the box, drills it, playing an amazing attacking midfielder role. 1-1. Gabriel with a decent defensive display. Nice combo, Militao and Gabriel in the defense. Rodrigo goes forward. Goes all the way himself and scores. As we go 2-1 up. Valverde, corner kick now. I think it was Tchouaméni gets dropped there. Rodrigo now. Back to Bellingham. Madrid score an absolute screamer late in this El Clasico. Can we hold on and make a title challenge? Rodrigo goes forward again. Big save. Erling Haaland, who's been incredibly quiet in this match. Haven't seen much of him. It's been one-way Brazilian traffic as Rodrigo makes it 4-1. And on the first match of the season, we have had an emphatic 4-1 lead. And which looks soon to be a certain victory. Barca go forward. Robert Lewandowski works his Polish body into the box. He makes it 4-1. But there's just not going to be enough time, as Courtois unfortunately concedes another 4-2. We ultimately win this match, and hopefully we can have a successful league campaign. Alright, after 16 games played, we're going to skip forward ahead now. We set a top on 40 points. Barca, second. Atleti, third. Sevilla, fourth. 4 draws, 0 losses. We are undefeated. In the Champions League now, moving on. This year's group, we topped it over Roma and Lask and Porto. We've made the round of 16. Alright, match against Atletico Madrid here today. We have the Madrid derby. Los Blancos is going to be facing Los Rojiblancos. Here we go. Madrid derby. Always a banger. Hopefully we can get a win. And bragging rights. Memphis Depay shockingly starts off the scoring. Haaland, just before the 28th, puts his name on the score sheet. I've been a little bit unsure about Erling. Haven't seen too much of him. Hasn't been bagging goals left, right and centre as much as I would have liked his bug there. 1-1. Griezmann. De Paul. Memphis. 2 of our former players combined. And unfortunately, Atleti go 2-1 up. Memphis, unapologetically, celebrating against his former side. 2-1. Rodrigo. To Bellingham. He puts his name on the score sheet in this Madrid derby. An epic clash. 2-2. Valverde breaks away and scores in the snow down in Spain. She's chilly. 3-2 up. David Alaba puts an amazing ball to Valverde, who scores single-handedly. Let's look at that. 2 phenomenal goals in quick succession. It's 4-2. Atleti go forward. They get number 3 from Griezmann before the 67th. Madrid, can they get goal number 5? Vinícius to Jesus, fresh off the bench. He scores after Erling Haaland falls off a bit. 5-3. That's how the match is ultimately going to end. So after 33 games played, we sit atop on 87. Barca in second. we look likely to win this year's La Liga title. Atleti in third, Sevilla in fourth, Lecce and Deportivo Alvarez look like they could be relegated. We won the Supercopa again, another decent trophy. Osasuna won the Copa del Rey. Champions League wise, we're back in the semis, this time around against Manchester City again. We beat Sparta Prague 8-5 on aggregate. We also went and beat Roma 4-2. We smashed them already in the group stages. And it could be another PSG final again. Alright, so we're going to be going away to Manchester City this time around. Last year, of course, we beat them a whopping 5-0 on aggregate. Erling Haaland facing his former side. Alvarez up top for them. Bellingham, 13 minutes in, starts off the scoring. Madrid looking for goal number 2 as Vinícius Júnior finds Erling Haaland, who unapologetically celebrates against his former side. 2-0 just before the 45th. Corner kick here now from Man City. Foden. Matheus Nunes. Bouncing ping pong ball. Frankie de Jong, the former Barcelona man. He steps up and scores for the Citizens. 2-1 up. Still plenty of football to be played. Tchouaméni. Second half now. Erling Haaland finds Rodrigo. And Madrid go 3-2 up away at the Etihad. Looking good. Madrid cruising. Man City back on the football. Foden sprays it to Nunes, the former Wolves man. De Bruyne, Foden, Alvarez scores. Unfortunately for me, Courtois capitulates at the back. 3-2, just need to hold on now. Corner kick, ball from Gabriel Jesus, and he scores a bicycle kick. Would you believe it? Against his former side. What a goal for Gabriel Jesus. 4-2. We beat Manchester City away emphatically by a 4-2 scoreline. In the second leg, we host them at the Bernabeu, holding on to a narrow 1-1 draw, which ultimately gives us the win 5-3 on aggregate. Thanks to Vinícius Júnior scoring in the 36th. So, after 37 games played, last match of the season, undefeated, we face Atletico Madrid on 99 points. We have an opportunity to break this season's Centurion record. Can we win the league on 100 points? Barca, mathematically not close enough. Here is the team as we get stuck into Atletico Madrid. 5 at the back. They unfortunately lose possession as Erling Haaland starts off the scoring. Just before the 19th, the Norwegian international scores. 1-0 up, thanks to the Norwegian. Madrid looking for the second. Tchouaméni rises to the occasion. An unlikely goal scorer with his head from CDM. He makes it number 2 for Madrid. Bellingham to Erling. Haaland looking for his brace, and he gets it just before the 45th. On the final day of the season, before half-time, Real Madrid lead 3-0. Good conversion rate. Vinícius goes at the other end. First shot blocked. Sneaks in the second shot. And the boys go a whopping 4-0 up as they celebrate at the Wanda Metropolitana. 4-0 up, looking for number 5. Atletico have well and truly capitulated, and it's turning into a little bit of a goal fest. As we sit 5-4 in a good lead, we look certain to be celebrating, would you believe it, our first league campaign at our fiercest rival's home, as Jude makes it 6-0. You can't sleep on Atletico Madrid. They're never down and out for the count. As Soyuncu releases Barrios, Griezmann gets the shot on target, and Atletico Madrid have a corner kick just before the 79th. And it's a big top left save from Courtois. Look at that. 32, 33 years of age. Dropped for Kepa. Now back from his injury. Ball in, comes out. They go again. Chanoglu hits it. Griezmann puts his name on the score sheet. And we might have had a little injury there. Great goal from Griezmann though. As we win this match, ultimately 6-1. Our first League Cup. Real Madrid are this year's league winners as Jude Bellingham wins his first league title for Real Madrid in La Liga. Gotta love celebrating in front of Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid. They're the boys. It means so much to us. 6-1 on the final day. Outstanding. Here are the stats. Vinícius was our top goal scorer with 26. Rodrigo with 24. Unfortunately, Erling wasn't even in the top 15. Jesus scoring 15 goals. And looking at the stats, Erling Haaland has had a really disappointing first season in La Liga. He's scored hardly any for someone who's 93 rated. So, I don't know. There's a potential chance we could look to move him on next year. But regardless now, we've been drawn against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League final. Maybe they were thinking too far ahead. As we beat them on the final day 6-1, we have an opportunity here today to go back-to-back in the UEFA Champions League. We've got so much confidence going into this final. Unfortunately, Tchouaméni, in that Atletico Madrid match, when that player went down, it was actually him. So, we're going to bring in Camavinga, a solid replacement, and he could be out for a couple weeks, unfortunately. Player of the season has been announced, and it's someone from Madrid. Vinícius Júnior, with 26 goals this season, La Liga's top goal scorer, is going to win his first EA Sports FC trophy. Well deserved from the Brazilian, our first player of the season. Good stuff, Vinícius, as we go into this Champions League final. Alright, so he is now 94 rated. Tchouaméni's out for 3 weeks. 87 rated. Let's get stuck into Atletico Madrid. Throw in. Atleti go forward. Bentancur Samu. Oh no. Unfortunately, we concede the first goal in this Champions League final. 1-0 down. Need a goal quick. Camavinga starts the match. Valverde to Bellingham. Jose Jimenez can't catch him. Jude Bellingham scores Madrid's first. It's 1-1 in this UEFA Champions League final. Hakimi works his body into the box to Vinícius Júnior, player of the season. Swings in a spectacular header. 2-1. Rodrigo, second half. Jesus, fresh off the bench, beats one. Valverde, Vinícius for number 2. And he is well and truly our best player this season. And once again, we win and lift the trophy at the Wanda Metropolitana. Knock it down, it's cursed. Against Atletico Madrid. A league title and a Champions League. Phenomenal stuff. 3 trophies over 2 seasons, and we're slowly but surely rebuilding, fixing, and creating a dynasty here at Madrid. Really good result. Jude Bellingham with number 2. Down in Spain as well. Hostile environment. Red side of Madrid. Los Blancos with the win. 3-1. The Galacticos win another. There's the bus again. The streets lit up again. Here are the stats. Vinícius 94. Erling 93 is actually submitted a transfer request, so we might look to have to move him on. He is not happy. Didn't have the best season. I think he only scored like 8 goals or so this year, which was quite bad. We've got some players expiring as well with their contracts. Jesus actually was more informed than him. So here are the stats. Moving on now into Season 3. Alrighty, we're going for our 3rd back-to-back Champions League, and we are going for our 2nd league title. Now, unfortunately, if you watched the last season, Erling Haaland played terribly in La Liga, so we're going to try and replace him. Now, for 2 seasons, we've been trying to bring in Mbappe, but PSG didn't allow it until now. So Erling Haaland is going to go to PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, and Kylian Mbappe will officially be taking his place. Kylian Mbappe will be our new number 9 at the football club. There's just not enough room for both Mbappe, Erling, and Gabriel Jesus. So, 50 million euros. Erling goes the other way. Going from Man City, Dortmund, Madrid, and now to Paris. Mbappe, 94 rated, has joined this football club. Now also, we could do with a fullback. Now, Theo and Lucas Hernandez, 2 potential signings. We're going to go for Theo Hernandez though, who left AC Milan and joined Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. He is going to be replacing David Alaba in our left back spot, with Hakimi obviously being our right-sided player. So here are the 2 major signings this season. French international Kylian Mbappe and Theo Hernandez, 88 overall. This is the team. Those are the signings going into Season 3. Let's deploy them into the team. And we're still playing our 4-3-3. Tchouaméni is still injured, but he's going to be back in a couple of weeks. Looks pretty solid, this Madrid side. In the UEFA Super Cup, we managed to hold on to a 3-2 victory over Borussia Dortmund. Marta starting off the scoring for Dortmund, our former player. Now, unfortunately, the board has gone over my head, and believe it or not, have sold Valverde for a whopping 260 million euros. I'm so disappointed. He was such a good player at this football club. We obviously won the Champions League final over them last season. Or was it the season before? I can't remember. But we knocked him out thanks to a Valverde brace at some point. So they have gone and sniped another former player. But it's a little bit... Well, the thing is, it happens quite often. The top sides in the league trade players all the time, unlike the Premier League. So Griezmann, former Barca, now back at Madrid. Of course, Memphis Depay as well. And unfortunately for us, Valverde is gone. Hopefully that doesn't cost us the league. Now, we do have a perfect replacement in Camavinga, who 3 years on is now grown into a solid midfielder. He is now 85 rated. Bellingham, Tchouaméni in the midfield. As we go to start off the season with an early fixture against Atletico Madrid. We're going to be quite reluctant to let anyone go, particularly Camavinga. Alright, first match of the season, Madrid derby. So, obviously want to just try and continue on with this series and win as many trophies and silverware as we can. Mbappe given the number 10 by default. We want to try and change that to number 9. But here we go. Valverde facing his former side. Starting off in this match, Vinícius Júnior. He starts off the scoring just before the 7th. Atletico Madrid react quickly. Chinoglu, Samu turns, pivots, shoots. It's a P-roller going into the bottom left. Unfortunately, Courtois concedes. 1-1 at the Wanda. Rodrigo this time goes up the other end. He scores for Los Blancos. And this Madrid derby is picking up. Mbappe scores on his Real Madrid debut. Camavinga to Mbappe. He makes it 4-1, scoring a brilliant brace away. (4-1) on the opening day. Griezmann, Valverde against his former side, makes it 6-2. Absolute goal fest. Last opportunity, Jesus fires, misses, but we start off the scoring and this start of the season fixture with a 6-2 win. Alright, moving on now. Match day 3. We have the El Clasico. We're going to be facing Barcelona here today. Here is their team going into Season 3. Barca with the first real attempt. Former Southampton player Rom finds Robert Lewandowski. Barca score the first. Incredibly early on. 1-0 down. Madrid looking to try and come back in this match. Rodrigo on the wing finds Bellingham, who scores a beautiful goal there. On the chest. Down bang. It is 1-1. Who knows how this match is going to end. Bellingham, shot blocked. Jesus, fresh off the bench, scores the winner. As Mbappe comes off, Gabriel Jesus has still got it. And that's it. We managed to win this season's El Clasico with a 2-1 victory over Xavi. We're starting to rack up those wins. In our group stage this season, Fenerbahce, FC 20 and Bayer Leverkusen a team that beat us in the Super Cup last year. Unfortunately, Theo Hernandez has pulled his quad, so he's now out for 2 weeks. Tchouaméni is now suspended, but sucks that Theo's out for a bit. So skipping ahead now, after 33 games played, we sit in second on 79 points. Barca in first. It is once again a 2-horse title race between us and Barca at the top. Atleti third. Unfortunately, we bottled the Super Cup this season, losing 2-1 to Barca. Atletico Madrid won another Copa del Rey. They've won 2. We won the Super Cup over Dortmund, who won the Europa League last year. And we've been drawn in the semis against Sociedad this season. Alright, semi-finals of the Champions League. Our managerial rating is critical, which is a shame. And our first team has been heavily depleted. So, Theo Hernandez comes off, Mendy in, Ceballos in for Tchouaméni, and obviously Camavinga. This is his first real season in the first team with Valverde off. So, we've got 3 first team rotations in, but I still think we're doing quite well. Still fighting for the league. Still trying to get to that 3rd Champions League final. We might be able to do it. Alright, let's get stuck into Sociedad, a team we faced in the Champions League. I think it was in Season 1. Mount in the midfield. Oyarzabal. Sociedad go forward. Oh, Mendes breaks past Rudiger and scores with a crazy outside the box creative shot. 1-0, they take the lead. Oh my god, they won as well. And unfortunately we lose 1-0. Pretty unlikely for us. But would you believe it? Camavinga breaks his elbow. Now he's out for 2 months. So we're a little bit walking wounded at the moment. Man, this team has been gutted a bit. Tchouaméni now comes back. And that probably is what's led to that 1-0 defeat. Need a big comeback. Second leg in the semi-finals. Can we make our 3rd final? Mbappe starts off the scoring. 4 minutes in. Needed to react quickly, and we do, to keep this Champions League alive. Hakimi, Mbappe, Kylian to Bellingham, goal. Great goal. 2-0 just before the 15th. 2-1 ultimately so far on aggregate. Oyarzabal goes up the other end. Makes it 2-2, keeping this fixture and campaign alive for them. Corner kick, Rodrigo. Bouncing header. Vinícius Júnior back to Ceballos. Bellingham, he scores in the 39th. Madrid to make it 4-1. Rodrigo. Bellingham, he shoots it and hooks it with his left foot. It's a great bending ball. Oh, Courtois with the grab. And it's going to be a historic comeback here. 4-2 on the aggregate. Madrid make a 3rd Champions League final. And a new player of the season has been announced. Vinícius Júnior won it last year. And Kylian Mbappe, the Champions League and La Liga top goal scorer, is going to claim this year's EA Sports FC Player of the Season for Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe, in front of his peers, is going to celebrate this personal accolade. Good on him. So, after this full season has been completed, after 38 games played, we win our 2nd La Liga title. Like I said, we bottled the Super Cup. Atletico Madrid won the Copa del Rey. We've made the Champions League final, this time against AC Milan. Beating Sporting 7-3. Man City once again, 5-0. We've knocked him out a couple times. Sociedad nearly getting the better of us. Here we go. Champions League final against AC Milan. This is their team. 16 minutes in. Ceballos eventually finds the ball to Mbappe. The man that scored a brace in our first Champions League. Back in a final again. Hakimi. Ball into Tchouaméni, who actually scores pretty good headers. He's got a couple in this career series. It's 2-0 between the 31st minute. João Cancelo joins the attack. Former Juventus and AC Milan player. AC go forward, making it 2-1 in the 67th. But they're going to need more to come back if they're going to win this fixture. Tchouaméni at the other end. Back from his injury. He gets a shot on target, and it's a brilliant brace from the defensive midfielder. He stepped up in that Valverde role. Mbappe joins the attack, receiving a quick back heel. Somehow turns and beats Tomori. And Mbappe puts his name on the score sheet and scores another 2 goals in a Champions League final. This is why he joined Madrid. He can win his first Champions League. Will we get one last goal here? No, not quite. Tchouaméni nearly scores a hat-trick though. But we storm home in this Champions League final, winning a whopping 4-1 against AC Milan. Real Madrid win another. 3 Champions Leagues back-to-back. We've won the treble. 2 La Liga titles. Jude Bellingham celebrating with the team. His 3rd Champions League. 4-1 over a resurgence in Milan. Here are the stats. 178 games played, 137 wins, 24 draws, 17 losses. Our biggest win was against Atleti. Our biggest defeat was against Rayo Vallecano. 3 Continental Cups, Champions Leagues, 2 league titles, no domestic cups. Here's the team. Mbappe, 95 rated along with Vinícius. Courtois, 92. Bellingham with the 91. Mbappe scoring a whopping 44 goals this season, followed by Vinícius with 36. As we move on now to celebrate in the streets of Madrid. Hala Madrid. Los Blancos and the Galacticos boys are this season's Championes again. History beckons. Now, I believe it's 17 goals. Mbappe finished with 15, so I don't think he didn't break the record in the end. Unfortunately, came pretty close. But we're going to be ending Season 3 here today. Now, I'm just going to play a little bit further than what I normally would, because I've got a bad feeling. Man, we've been sacked. Oh, that's so disappointing. Deportivo want us. I guess we'll sign. Well, that's deflating. So after full 3 seasons with Real Madrid, like, just look at the stats, man. Check the statistics. It's a little bit ridiculous. 2 league titles, 3 Champions Leagues, an abundance of wins, draws, and losses. They really need to patch or fix, or they need to have the ability to turn off objectives, because it's like, I don't think we could do any better winning that. It's like, oh, sign 3 youth academy players, reduce this, like, it's all this like weird arbitrary stuff. I always find on Ultimate Difficulty they have like the worst like board requirements and stuff. So unfortunately I've been sacked. I'm going to be honest, I'm not doing a Deportivo Alves career mode as much as you guys would like to see that. And meme on me, I know. We're going to probably move on to something else. I guess we could just roleplay it like a... That's it. 3 Champions Leagues. They're going to let me go. Alright, let me know in the comments what other career series you want me to do. Maybe we could do Man City, Liverpool, maybe Bayern. I haven't decided just yet. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.